So, Marlo, Happy New Year to you. How are you? How's your family doing? And great to catch up.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you as well. It's great to be home for a bit, spend some time with my family, take a little break, do some individual training. Everything's been great so far. Nice to catch up with you as well.
So, for those that may not be aware, in terms of your season, is it on a winter break right now?
Yes, so we have a little bit of a winter break right now. Our next game will be in March, but football never stops. So they send us a home training that I've been doing individually at home. I'll head back next week and we'll start team training again. First week of January 10th is the first training. We have a lot of preseason matches and then we'll get back at it March 11th.
Okay, and like you said, March 11 for the league, but does the cup competition also start the same time as well, or a little before?
So the cup competition will start the first week of March. So yeah, 3 weeks before. And then, like I said, we have our first game actually in 2 weeks. That will just be a practice match, and we'll have games every weekend going up to March.
Okay, and the experience of playing in Hungary 3, 4 years now, what has it been like? The transition from Holland to now in Hungary, what has the experience been like overall?
It's been great. It's amazing to watch the league grow itself. When I first got into it, I was playing, like you said, 3 years ago in Szeged. The league was a bit smaller, not as much competition, and now you see everyone. It's just totally different now. We expanded the league. We have better teams, more sponsors, more money in the league, getting better players in there. So it's amazing to be a part of such a journey.
Yeah, and I think this season in particular, you've put up your best number since moving to Hungary. What has been the key towards that? Has it been work you've been doing in the gym, on the field? What's been that key to your good form?
Thank you. Yeah, definitely excited about the numbers I've put up, and I think just the reason behind it, I would say, is I've seen more trust from my coach. It's been a lot of injuries in our team within 5 or 6 of the starting 11, and they've just given me a bigger role and a bigger opportunity, I guess, to put my name on the score sheet. So I've been really stepping into my potential, stepping into the things I need to do to really lift the team up.
Yeah, and in terms of your role in the midfield, does it matter for you if you occupy that deeper position or like that number 10, or you're happy just to play wherever the coach puts you in that middle?
It's a good question. Definitely just happy. I trust my coach and what she thinks is good for me. I just do what she says and what's best for the team. But really, she's given me the freedom to kind of roam around. The instructions were go score some goals and get our team some points. So been able to do that the last few games.
Yeah. And I mean, you were there in Jamaica when we qualified for the CONCACAF Championship after defeating DR, and we've gone on to qualify for the World Cup. How ecstatic were you seeing us, go to qualify for back-to-back tournaments?
Yeah, I mean, it's just amazing. I was extremely happy. Unfortunately, I wasn't a part of that last round of it, but I have to say, as a Jamaican, you want to see the country succeed. So being on the field or behind the scenes, to me, it's just amazing to see the team do it, and have to support every way I can.
Yeah, and just to go a little bit on club form as well, you're in good form, and Tiff is one of the top scorers in the league. I know she's not playing for a club in Budapest, but does that mean it's a bit more challenging to like link up and hang out and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's definitely been more challenging this year. We're actually closer than we were last year in distance, but just with our schedules. I mean, the club I'm at now, we have 2 days, 4 times a week. Then we have 1 day off, and that off day. The first year, you want to run around and do everything and see everything, and as my third year, I'm more just using that one off day as an off day.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it's a little bit harder to meet up, but we'll definitely get our time.
Yeah, but certainly she's a national player just like you. I'm sure you're happy that she went on to win that Player of the Year award and seeing her put up the numbers that she did.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing to see what Tiff's done, and just knowing her off the field, what type of person she deserves it more than anything.
Yeah. And as for you, a busy year ahead, some of the goals that you have for 2023, what are some of them that you hope to achieve this year?
Yeah, I mean, my first goal is to get myself on that plane to Australia. I want to be back in the national team, and as far as club, I want to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm really satisfied with how I'm playing right now, so what I want to check off is get myself back in that national team.
Yeah, and in terms of Hungary, it's a league that is growing, developing, giving young players opportunities. Do you think more Reggae girls, more Jamaican girls should look to Hungary as a market to get playing time like you and Tiff?
Yes, definitely. I think it's an amazing first step actually into Europe, and definitely a place that if you want to become game fit, 90-minute fit, it's definitely a place to be playing because you're going to go there and get good competition as well as a lot of minutes.
Yeah, and I mean, you've had a chance to look at the group that we have for the World Cup as well, with France, Brazil, and one of the playoff winners. Your thoughts about how we potentially could do. We're a strong team, as you know. So your thoughts about the group itself?
Yeah, it's a great group. It's interesting that we get Brazil again, and I think it's going to be a good test to see actually how far we've come within the past 4 years. And the country of Jamaica, anything is possible. We always seem to surprise people, so I think it's going to be good for us.
Yeah, and how key is that tournament down in Australia next month, and also of course friendlies before the tournament to get us prepared, chemistry, cohesion, and all of that.
Yeah, I think it's really important. As the coach said, a lot of times he had a lot of camps where he pretty much saw everybody, and now he can really select down the actual team. So I think from here on out, it's going to be very important these camps to get the team gelling, getting everybody on the same page, starting to really feel each other out on the field, off the field, and then obviously going to Australia is kind of going to be like a pre-run on the upcoming World Cup. So I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, and it's a busy year as well as we're also going to be in the Pan American Games in Santiago, Chile later this year, and we also have the Olympic qualifiers against Canada. If we win that, it's a qualification to the Olympics as well. So busy year all around, lots of opportunities to play.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I think it's going to be really exciting.
Yeah, certainly an exciting year to look forward to. And for the time that you're in off season, in so to speak, or mid season, what's the plan? I know you said that the coaching staff is sending you stuff to prepare. Is it that you do your homeworks out, or is it a situation where they send you stuff and you just follow that routine until you're back?
Yeah, it's very professional, and I'm very impressed with how they run it. So they send us a program, we have to send it. We have like Adidas running app, or we have to send our times in of the running. So it's not one of those things you can just kind of throw aside and hope you show up in shape. But then on top of that, I do my own individual training. So I do what they send me, and then I always keep some touches on the ball and keep myself at a level that I expect to be at. And then, the off times, get my tan going and do all that stuff, shopping as I am here. So
yeah,
that's also important.
And have you had a chance to reflect on the journey that you've had from U20s for Jamaica in 2012 to now 11 years later?
Yeah.
The journey you've had from being a youth player to being a reggae girl to going to a World Cup.
Yeah.
The journey you've had. Have you had a chance to reflect, or you're not really that sort of person?
No, I'm definitely that type of person. I love reflecting and just seeing how far I've come. And it's funny enough you say it. It's like I've been through every part of the journey. When I was U20, I was captain of the team. Then I had the historical qualification, and now it's being in that kind of gray zone. Am I in the team? Am I not in the team? So it's interesting to see. And I think I just have to, honestly, I'm proud of myself for just the mentality I take through every step, whether I'm captain of the U20 or not even getting the call up. So for me, it's just a matter of how I can keep going, keep pushing, and getting to reach my next goal, being called up.
Yeah, and as you know, that goal that you scored for your club quite recently was trending in Jamaica. Would you put that goal up there with the goal you scored against Chile, or the Chile goal a little bit higher for you?
I always put the Chile goal up there. For me, that's going to be my first goal forever. And then one second.
Yeah, and finally from me and Marlo, in terms of, you're 28, will be 29 this year, do you feel that physically you're getting to your best or approaching your best right now?
Yeah, I definitely think I'm at my best right now. This is, I would say, the best form I've been in, mentally, physically.